everybody. I hope everybody is doing good. Here is one of the last few videos of Bloom. There's sweet little baby Maggie. She's so cute. Oh, I used to have a cat named Maggie. She was an adorable black cat. And there's Sala. I think I was trying to give her something weird to see if she would wear it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wasn't even good enough friends to give it to her. If that doesn't sum up our relationship, then I don't know what else does. Here's a quick little walkthrough of what I've been working on. Like I said, this is probably my favorite section. I think I did the most work. I was the most thoughtful with this part. I really enjoyed his little tent. I just don't like how the big museum looks. I wish we could have that, even the sweet little in-between museum we used to have with the blue banners. I've always thought that was really cute. There's sweet little Boots and Alfonso's house. That's so cute. That's probably one of my favorite little bits. This little lake there. Oh, that was that was Boot Pond from the beginning. The sweet little spot there. Whoa, so cute. I was really happy with how it came out. Definitely. So there's just me showing you all the little odds and ends in there. I just did like little vignettes of just little bits everywhere. I don't even think I got to Abel's in the end. Oh well, it's not a big deal. There's cute little Goldie's house. I love Goldie. She's probably been one of my favorites since I kind of like put my Animal Crossing time into before time travel and to after I figured out what time travel was. So probably right. I don't know if I figured out. Yeah, I figured out time travel probably in 2021 because I had gotten the gosh, what are they? The Sanrio amiibos. I had gotten those and I kind of figured out how to time travel and make money on Nookazon, so that's how I kind of funded one of my projects that I got. And this is pre DLC 2.0, all that kind of stuff. And so right around then is when I started falling absolutely in love with Goldie. And I wanted her so bad. I wanted her, I wanted Eric. I don't remember anybody else I wanted at that time, but but there's a story behind Goldie. So I found somebody on Nookazon after waiting, a long time trying to figure out, how to get one because this time it was like really hard to actually get someone to trade with you because they always just wanted more. It was always at least a million bells or like 100 tickets or something like that. And that was kind of just like wild at the time because I didn't do Treasure Islands. I didn't do anything like that. I only did Nookazon and I only did what was in game. And so I finally found somebody who had Goldie and was willing to trade her for I don't even know what it was, probably tickets or something. And so I got Goldie. And this person seemed normal. And then I got her. She moved in, her house outside of her house was normal, you know. Maybe this was after DLC. I can't remember now. But the inside of her house had been changed. So it had to be after DLC. I don't know. I don't think they actually ever used the wallpaper and flooring if you gifted them, but either way, this is like still pretty early. Um well, I guess I should say it wasn't early. It was just not anywhere in the past like year and a half, 2 years. But the inside of this house and the clothes that this person gifted Goldie, they did not treat our girl with any respect at all. She had like baby rompers and wrestling uniforms and just all that. And then her inside of her house was all the freaking chocolate um wallpapering and stuff. And like if you have an animal or you have a dog or anything like that, dogs can't have chocolate. So I was like, oh my God, they were trying to kill her. Our poor little baby Goldie. Like, how sad is that? I don't know. This might just be me being an actual lunatic and just, just being a butthead about this kind of stuff, but I just felt so bad for her. The poor little baby had a horrible little life. And I was like, okay, I promise, I'm going to give her only the good stuff. And so I had Isabel like reset her house, reset her clothes, And just slowly but surely, she became like normal Goldie. Oh, she had like a horrible catchphrase too. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like awful. Not like silly, but like actually awful, which is kind of wild to me. But I think she's on this. I think I have a dream address where that Goldie like got her better life, thank God. And so, I mean, gosh, geez, Treasure Islands have made this so much better, so you don't have to go through like these weird random people who like abuse these poor little things. I would hate to see like what Freckles and stuff would get, and because Freckles is one of my favorite ones now, she just became one of my favorite um, villagers, and I would hate to see what someone would do to this poor little duck. She's just a pink little duck. Anyway, but of Goldie, of all people, gosh, I remember seeing. We went to GameStop because I'm in the U.S. Obviously. We went to GameStop one day and they had like no amiibos whatsoever, and I just slowly try to get some. I barely have any, honestly. But they had this one little one of the mini ones, so it wasn't even like an actual practicing amiibo or anything like that, or like legit amiibo. And they're selling it for like 25 bucks of Goldie, and I was like, this sucks, you know? Like, if I wanted a fake one, I'll find for a lot cheaper. Anyway, but so yeah, still on the hunt for some actual real amiibos. Amazon is not good for that. And every Target I ever go to, it's just like Sanrio, 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 and I already have those. I was actually using them earlier today on my um, Kid Core, whatever the heck it is. Not really Kid Core. It's just like there's not even a core. It's just like too many things put together. But I'm Sweet Spot that I just used a bunch of those Sanrio ones to get a bunch of items for that. I haven't put any of them out yet, but I've used some of the cute clothes on some of my villagers. I have Bonbon on my I have Bonbon on there that got something. Alice, the sweet little koala, and I think Mitzi, the blue and white cat. They all got something from there. And I'm trying really hard to get photos of people because I kind of want to go villager hunting, but I don't really want to get rid of any of the people that I have right now. And so I'm just giving them gifts and, fruit, wrapped fruit, and whatever. Just as a little note, the quickest way, and I swear to God this works, you make the little iron lamp, the one that goes on your walls. It's either in black or white. You can change the color. But if you give those like 10 times, I swear you will get their photo. I did that on the original Sweet Spot and I got everybody's photo so quickly. I mean, it might not be exactly 10, but it goes real fast. And if you wrap them, it'll probably even go faster. Just if you're looking for photos in a legit way. I of course am way too lazy to even like acknowledge that I need to do that. Um, Here's me just painstakingly clicking through stupid things, trying to buy things that I'll probably never even use, which is really sad. I hate talking about all this in past tense, but it was really fun while I was doing it. But I've just noticed the more like restrictions I put on myself are not conducive. So now I just kind of go by the seat of my pants and just kind of try to figure out what exactly I want to do. I don't know. I just fly by the seat of my pants, everything I do. If I haven't mentioned that before, which I am 100% sure I have, but what are we doing now? We just opening our phone 100 times? That's a good idea. What are we just stressed about? Isn't that freaking. Oh, we switched. Okay, anyway, but isn't that freaking top I have the cutest? I don't even know if I have the code for it anymore. But I was just looking for like cute t shirts. I probably just searched it under t shirts. And this one person made a bunch that are just beautiful like this. And I just love the little vest. It's so cute. And here's me just trying to attempt to make some pathing. Pathing is like the bane of my existence. On this current island I'm working on, I just kind of said screw it, and I'm pathing out, and like I never have pathed out like what I wanted to do before. Like this has had a purpose, but like I've never like plotted out anything prior to the to this island or my current island. But this one I'm actually doing that, and it's actually kind of helping a lot. And like I said, I was using some Crystal Cat codes. I'm not sure which ones they are, but they're just some of the sidewalk ones that have like I think they have like a flower, and then there's a normal one, a cracked one, and one that has like a daisy ceramic tile that's like yellow and white. Those are really pretty, and I'm just kind of like using them interchangeably in there. Oh yeah, I remember trying to use this and it just like did not work. Oh man. This is just a struggle. Like struggle bus 100%. I've never gotten like this type of way to do things. And especially if you have like um, a kind of a strict path, like one that doesn't have any variations or anything in it, it kind of makes it even harder to do. Like there's no variation on that top part of the path. But oh yeah, there's me looking because I totally forgot to. Of course, I totally forgot to download certain things, the little quarter pieces. Excuse me. But anyway, um, how's everybody doing? I'm doing well. Me and my family are doing well. We're experiencing some hot weather right now, which I mean it's April, so I guess we are kind of getting closer to that. We're in the South in the U.S. and we just had like some really bad weather the past couple days, like eight or not eight, like three tornadoes touched down really close to us, and some people we knew kind of got caught in the crosshairs, unfortunately, of that. And everybody's okay, and their houses are, decent, but not they didn't get on they weren't unscathed through that, so that sucks. And we're trying to, help however we can. And gosh, this does not have to do with the weather, but this has to do with something kind of that's irritating me right now, I guess. I guess I'll tell you guys about it. Maybe you'll understand. Um, my whole life, I have been raised to like take care of animals, and if like one is in need, you do what you can to help them. And the house that we have, I swear to God, is at some kind of like animal crossroads or something. There are lost animals, stray animals through here all the time. And like the cats, I understand. Some people have outside cats. We have one outside cat right now. He's not going to be outside forever. That's just unfortunately a situation that we need to be remedied. But like I get people have outside cats, especially around here because there can be snakes and stuff like that. Um, snakes. Anyway, actually cockroaches here scare me more. They're like the size of half of my hand. I'm just not about that. Anyway, so like I'm used to seeing different cats. I'm used to like that's how our cat came to us, our cat Boone, our black cat. And you know, he just hangs around. He knows there'll be food. He knows he'll be safe here. And I guess maybe that the news spreads or something when there's like a safe house. But we'll get like dogs are less like they happen less than cats do. And I always try to like get pictures and post on the lost and found for our area, and I try to be diligent in that because if I lost my pet or I knew someone who lost their pet and they were absolutely heartbroken about it, I would want to help if I could, obviously. And so there are these two dogs. Then they were both kind of like pit bull in looks. They had those big block heads and they were like the short hair. They might even been a little bit boxer. I'm not even sure. I'm not a dog person. I understand cats. I do not understand dogs. But they came here every single day for like almost 2 weeks, and I just kept posting about it because they had collars. They wouldn't let me catch them at first, so I couldn't check anything. And then the one time I caught one of them, she was just having a hard time. She's getting hot. She needed water. She literally just laid down and waited till I came to her, where as normally she'd be zip zooming around. And so I checked, and she only had a rabies tag. And oh my goodness gracious, I like Facebook. I'm glad it's kind of on its way out. I'm like over social media in terms of like Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I've never had a Twitter. That's like a little too overwhelming for me. Same for TikTok. But like everybody like I had been posting continuously that these dogs needed to get home, and I'd even ended up calling the animal warden that's around here, or I guess it was the marshals or something. But that like nobody listened, nobody cared. And then as soon as I post that this is the last time I'm posting because nobody's paying attention to this, I just got all of these people that just like don't like I understand their hearts are in the right place, but they would rather fight with each other than actually do anything to help these animals. And they also, or they expect you to do everything to get these animals home. And it's just like, I have a son, you know what I mean? And my son is going to take priority over two dogs that I don't know. Especially, I don't know how they react to kids. You know, that is a danger. I didn't even know how either of them are going to react to me. And so, like, you always have to be aware when you're around animals that are not your animals. Um, the the girl, or at least I believe she was a girl, she it it was a white dog with spots, and that dog was very kind as long as you like were low, like you had to actually crouch. If you did not crouch, she would run away from you. And so that was the one that I caught and posted the rabies tag. And I believe the marshals eventually got her, but unfortunately, our marshals and our humane societies or centers or whatever they are here, they do not have very good reviews or anything like that. So that it's like I don't know what's better. Is it better to just leave them out there, especially when these tornadoes are going on? So it's just like my heart is breaking because it's like I don't know if I'm doing the right thing either way. And I don't have dog food at my house. I don't have anything that they can eat, and at the time I didn't have a way to go get stuff for them. You know, I wasn't gonna go on Amazon and buy something that wasn't decent because that's me too. Like I don't want to buy cheap food for them either. So it was just a weird, like we were in a bit of a financial bind. So it was just kind of like something that you know I couldn't do. I couldn't take on feeding these two really large dogs. Like these dogs are about the size of me, and so that's just something financially I couldn't take on. Like I said, I posted as much as I could. I called as much as I could. I'm not going to go out of my way to go talk to neighbors because I don't know my neighbors. And I am the most paranoid human being on the earth. Um, and I'm also a woman. So it's like people aren't always kind to women and they aren't always kind in general. So I don't know. Maybe this is just like the ramblings of a crazy person, but I have my feelings about things. So I don't know. I did the best I could, but I believe I saw a picture of at least the white one um, at the actual center. So I pray that that dog needs a better a home like that will take care of her. I just hope it doesn't. I just hope the worst doesn't happen. I guess. And the other dog, which was like a blue pit bull. I don't know if that's what they call them. That like Weimaraner colored thing. If you know what a Weimaraner is or whatever, I think that's what it's called. Um, the dogs from Sesame Street when I, in like the 90s. But I had seen that like a week, 2 weeks previously with a whole nother collar on because I don't know if it's blue or not, but that one was really, really shy. And originally it had a yellow, like huge thick collar on it. And then when I saw it again, it had a big thick red collar on it. And I know some people have like color coded like collars for a reason, like what kind of dog they are. So like yellow and red are not like green. They're not, they're not the good colors. So I don't know. It was never mean towards me or anything. It was very shy. So I never got to feed it or give it water or anything. And I always keep water outside for anything that wants water. I actually have a bee waterer out there. It's just an upturned clay pot with like a shallow little clay bottom thing on there, and you put like little rocks and beads and stuff inside, and like little bees can drink in there. The freaking raccoons drink in it and knock all the beads over all the time. The little glass beads you put at like the bottom of fish tanks. So that's out there for something that wants to get drinks. I try my best. I don't know. I guess this is like a weird, not quite drama or anything like that, but just like me venting on something that was really stressing me out. Anyway, I'm hopeful that they're home and taken care of. I mean, I love animals, but like dogs, I said dogs are not my forte. I don't. We've had dogs when I was younger and everything, but I'm a cat person. I'm not like I just am not created that way, I suppose, to understand how dogs work. I might be the dog. That might be the issue. I am the one that needs the attention or whatever it is. Anyway, so that's something that was going on in our lives. The storms have passed, but now the weather that's kind of here now, it's like really, really hot and humid. So I don't know if we're going to get some more of that bad weather again. I hope not. Bad weather scares the crap out of me. I am not someone who deals well with storms. I hate it. Oh my god, look at me. Look at me just being lazy. Just like that. Oh my goodness. Um, it's like, what are you doing? Anyway, so that's some of the stuff we've been going on. It's actually April 5th right now. I don't remember when exactly I did this. Probably early to mid March is when I first recorded this actual part. But we're April 5th now. Easter will be in a few days. Trying to get ready with all of that. Trying to have the Easter bunny get ready. I've actually been doing a lot of projects with my son recently too. We've been just doing like fun, like Easter things. The other day, gosh, what did we do? We painted, we cut out Easter eggs and then painted them with acrylic paint and Q-tips because it's just supposed to be a fun kind of like fine motor skill kind of thing for him. Um, we made a stepping stone out of concrete, which is driving me nuts right now, and it's gonna have to. I already know my cat's gonna like step in it, and I'm gonna see paw prints everywhere. So we'll see how that goes. We made yarn covered. What are they called? Yarn covered Easter eggs, where you dip them in glue and you wrap it around and you try to make Easter eggs. One of them turned out, one of them did not. My cat has already stolen the one that did not, so see how that goes. My husband's been away on a business trip, so that's been, kind of sad. I'll be happy when he's home. Me and my husband are always together, so I feel weird when he's not around. I feel a little incomplete, to be a little sappy about it. Let's think. What else is going on? In my day-to-day life, I am an artist. I paint, I create things, and I always say I like to collect skills. And so I think I'm trying to figure out what my next thing will be. I see there's a lot of like little kits recently for like crochet and stuff. And I don't know if I have the hand-eye coordination for that. I think I am just like too much of a mess to do that correctly. So who knows? We'll see. My favorite thing to do is paint, and so I've been painting a few different things. Watercolor is my favorite thing to paint in. I do portraits. I do building portraits as well. I've done some really fun things. The mayor of our city, or our former mayor, he asked me to paint his business. He asked me to paint the pub where his mother and father met. That was in England, so that was fun to do. I've done one of those New England gingerbread kind of houses. It was a big pink one. I did that for a friend of mine who's actually who's being married, who's getting married soon. So that's, Oh, I had a friend who their mother is a book um, influencer, bookstagram. Is that what it's called? I have one of my own, so I really should know what the heck it's called. Um, and so I did a big painting with all her favorite books and what she currently reads and stuff like that in there. That was really fun to do too. I realized I did not read anything like they read. So that's, you know, that is I have a very limited palette when it comes to um, books. I like women's lit, chick lit, fantasy, uh, just silly stuff like that, and cozy mysteries. That's what I mean by silly, and some like paranormal stuff too. I think can be really fun. I was actually trying to find a book just the other day. Gosh, what was it called? Um, it's literally called Great Balls of Fury. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. I think by Annabelle Chase, maybe. I was actually trying to find that, and it's like $5.99 on Kindle for like under 200 pages. I couldn't, I couldn't like justify that. Maybe if it was like 300 I could, but not under 200. So I was kind of bummed out about that. But not to say that I don't have the biggest to be read pile ever. I have a whole basket full of like 20 to 30 books that are in need of being read. Um, it's kind of funny. It takes me to be in the right mood. I'm a mood reader. It takes a lot for me to want to. My son is screaming yay because apparently he won something. Um, so it takes me a lot to get into certain books. And I have some books that are not, I have dark ones that I enjoy reading that are more cozy to me than others, but there's ones that are like more serious, especially if there's death and stuff. I have, I, it, for some reason, it's very hard for me to deal with death um, in books. I mean, in life, obviously, but in books, it's very hard for me sometimes. Um, so when these tornadoes were happening, we kind of set up camp in our living room. Like we had all of our candles ready. We had just our drinks and just everything was set up to be ready for bad weather. My son, we brought a mattress out. My son was sleeping, and my husband and my son were sleeping in the on a mattress on the floor, and I was just kind of sitting on the couch trying to read. And so I finally decided to finish a book that I kind of had been like stalling on. It's called Juliet, by Anne Fortier, maybe Anne Fortier. I'm not sure. And like I'd started it like maybe 2 years ago, and I still remember where I was. And I knew, like everyone knows Romeo and Juliet, and that's what this is based off of. And so me being just like the doofus I am, like I know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen in Romeo and Juliet. And so this book itself goes back and forth between point of views, like a modern and as well as the actual Romeo and Juliet. And like I knew it was going to happen, and I enjoyed reading the Romeo and Juliet part more so than the modern part. And like, oh, does anybody else ever feel like this? Like you know the bad thing's going to happen, and so you just close the book, and so that bad thing can't happen. I do this with a lot of things. Like I never finished watching the Hobbit trilogy. Like I've read the book, I know what happens. I've read enough fan fiction on it, and I definitely know what happens. And so like I don't want to see my favorite characters die. And so I never ever finished that trilogy. There's a few others. I just don't remember what they are right now. Oh, like the Star Wars, like the newest trilogy of them. Um, I never watched the last one. Like I knew these people were gonna die, and so I could never finish it. But does anybody else do this, or is it just, it's just like a really weird me quirk? But anyway, I'm very proud of myself. I finished Juliet. It kind of was a little lackluster, but it had so much good premise. I don't know. I feel kind of I built up a lot for it to not be a lot, and so that kind of sucks. So I have a few other books that I'm kind of holding out on that are kind of similar. So we'll see if we get more bad weather if I can kind of get myself to deal with that. Gosh, what's a good book I read, not written, read recently? I read all, I read two of the what are they called? Stalking Jack the Ripper. I read both of those. Those are YA. I like a lot of YA things because I think that's when I first came into really loving to read, and so that kind of just resonates with like my inner voice. But those were actually really good. I read two of them, and I have two left. I read Stalking. I read Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I read it's like Hunting Dracula or something like that. That was pretty good too. Um, but I have the next two actually bought the actual books for them. Okay, sorry about that. Had to do some mom stuff. If you hear a noise behind me, we actually had to turn the air on. It is that warm in here. It's about 80 in our house right now, and that is just way too warm. Poor kids out in this room playing and sweating. Anyway, that's besides the point at the moment. I think I was talking about books before we left, before I took a brief respite. I was just looking at my bookshelf, seeing what I had going on. I have We Walk the Sky still there that I might read. I have both the third and fourth books in the Stalking Jack the Ripper. I think I have Forever Sky. I think that's what it's called. That one's actually really beautifully written. I forget who wrote it. Something Johnson or something like that. Um, it's like a. Have you ever? If you know what Stardust is, it's kind of along the same lines. At least from where I'm at right this very second. It's like a pirate ship that floats in the sky, and that's kind of their world is in the sky. Uh, Sorry, the cat had to be let in. But anyway, it's really beautifully written. Um, what are we doing in Animal Crossing? I think I'm trying to like put my crap together. There's funny things like there's things that I love in every single solitary save file that I have. Like I love the cuckoo clocks. I love that owl clock. Um, I love all the globes, obviously. Oh, here I am trying to put some of the extra stuff that I have somewhere, color-wise. Forgot I did that. All the red stuff. I don't think I ever got to the red section. I did that one I didn't really have planned out. I just had stuff, which never got used, which sucks because some of that stuff is really cool. Like that little baby chair is cool. I love that phone. The Dragonfly model is really cool. I don't know. But I don't think I will be trying a Rainbow Island again. That's just that was just like too much of an undertaking because I didn't know actually like what I really wanted to do with it. Like outside of like the pink area, the blue area, or the pink area, the green and the yellow area. I really wanted to like mix themes. Like I wanted to have some city stuff in there. I wanted to have some just like kidcore in some sections, some cozy cottagecore in some sections. I think I got it with what I had. Like that area right there for Mallory is pretty cottagecore-y. Gosh, now the cat has to be let out. Hold on, ma'am. Go. Lord. Butthead, if there ever was one. Um, I hated that being there. I don't know why I left it there. The yellow section never really like panned out. Like there were small section parts of it I liked. Like both of the houses, Maggie and Goldie's houses, I really enjoyed. The two tent sections I really enjoyed. Look at Precious little Goldie in the background. Ugh. But like the rest of it, I end up not. I don't like that pathing. I don't like how it looks. I don't. It just doesn't hit the right notes for me. But that's so funny. He just keeps commenting on the rainbow. There's like I guess you like villager dialogue some that I've never ever heard, and that was one of them. Oh, she's so sweet. I wish like they made some of the other uh like non-normal. I wish they made some of the normal villagers other personalities because there's just too many like sweet, cute normals. And like I know Maggie can't be like a snooty, but like I don't know, maybe make her a peppy or something. Like yeah, there's other cute peppies, but I don't know. There's just too many like maybe make like subsections, some like different types of normal and Ursula. I really wanted her to wear this. I thought it would have been so funny, but I forget they can't wear wigs. I literally am still doing that like to this day. Like forget that they can't do that. But like look how sweet Maggie's little area is. Cute little Goldie section. They're so cute. Ugh. Anyway, I started a movie theater and didn't do anything else with it. I really like her too. I think she's very cute. I love the ducks. The ducks are so freaking cute. Just like, ugh. The hamsters are so cute, but I just don't think there are any like really great hamsters. Like Flurry is cute, yes. I have Soleil. Everybody says she looks like a Karen, but I don't know. I like her. I remember when I first got a first island and I was like, oh my god, she's so awesome. I love her so much. And so I'm giving her another try now. I couldn't see like past the Karen for a while, and now I'm finally seeing past the Karen. But yeah, so here ends the day 9, I believe, of Bloom. Uh, I believe I have one more video in the works for it, and then it'll be, well, I believe I've already posted some for the next one, but here's the end of this. Hope you guys enjoy it. Look at the face. Bye.